Well, hello, Sagittarius. Fancy meeting you here. I'm going to be pulling some cards from the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann for Sagittarius for the month of November 2022. My name is Heidi Corona. Spirit Speak Psychic Medium Heidi is the name that I go by, and I'm a psychic medium, an energy healer, an animal communicator, a channel for spirit messages, and a card reader, y'all. I'm a real person just like you. I am tapping into the collective of Sagittarius. If you are Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, you have it heavily in your chart, or you identify with Sagittarius. Maybe you even have a loved one who's a Sagittarius in your life. I appreciate you guys tuning in with me. If you are not subscribed to my channel, feel free to do that so that you never miss anything from me. I do a lot of cool stuff on Facebook. My links are in the description box. I'm also on IG, TikTok. Whew, wow, beautiful cards you have. And I offer private sessions, personalized tarot videos, in-person sessions. Just check out my links if you're interested. That would be super awesome. I would love to connect with you, for you. You guys tuning in. So Sagittarius, you know your life, the general collective. So you should know the themes hit us all. Patterns will hit us all in different areas of our lives. So you will know exactly where this lands in your life. So allow it to land wherever it lands for you. Take it only as it resonates and use your own free will and good judgment to make decisions based on the clarity that you're finding in these readings. Ultimately, you live your life, and that's as it should be, Sagittarius. So let's get started. Starting off the month, you have two cards here. Major Arcana card number 19, the Sun. We're already a week into the month, so you should know where you're at with this. Okay, the Sun. This is about happiness. This is about hopefulness. Maybe spending some time outside or yearning to. I'll say that right now. Really opening your life and your arms and your heart to what the universe has to offer you. I see so much hope in this card for you. The number 19 is also jumping out to me. Maybe that's a synchronistic number for you. Maybe you've been seeing 19s a lot. Maybe you will after this. Pay attention, Sag. The other card that came through for you is the Page of Pentacles. So I see some happiness and hope come in the beginning of the month. The page is about learning something new in a tangible, physical way. So maybe you've got a new job, a second job. Maybe you're learning a new trade. Maybe you've moved to a new location and you're giving it a fair shot before you, make up your mind. Okay, I see that this person here is learning the new ropes of their physical life, whether this be a monetary value or just your physical health. This is physical, tangible, but I can see, although there's hope and I'm open to this with the Sun, there's a bit of restriction, structure. The page here is standing in the circle, juggling this one, eyes turned to the side, closed, head turned to the side, eyes closed, really focused on trying to get this right. Okay, really focused on what you need to do, Sagittarius, to make this work in your life. Okay, so that's beginning the month of November 2022. If you're finding this after November, look back at your November, man, and see how it resonates for you. Now, what are some unforeseen circumstances that might arise for you in the month of November here, Sagittarius? Two of Swords. These are about new options, okay? Maybe even feeling stuck a little bit like, I don't know if I want to choose. Do you see how she has a blindfold on? She can't really make a logical decision. She may not want to. She's battered around with different circumstances, this or that, one thing or the other. Now, like I said, you're open to something new. You're hopeful, this new happiness, this new money venture, even this new physical thing that you're doing. And some unforeseen circumstances is you might end up having some ultimatums going on. Okay. You feel like you're kind of at a stalemate, like, oh man, now I'm in this situation, but I'm a little bit stuck and I don't know what to do. I'm not sure if this will work out in the long term. These might be some things that are thrown at you in November. This could be an offer from somebody else. Like, hey, I know you started this new thing, but how about this other thing here with me? Or whatever this could be, Sagittarius. Let this land in your life wherever it lands. But do you see that these are circumstances, options, different situations that are kind of rolling around in your mind? I can't choose. I can't decide. In fact, no choice is a decision to choose to remain the same. Please know this, Sagittarius. I keep hearing the words, go big or go home. Go big or go home, Sagittarius. Go big or go home. So let's talk about what you're bringing into the month with you. Wow. Major Arcana card number 7, the Chariot. So maybe you've moved or you've made some big fat changes. You've decided to leave the past in the past and you're stepping forward into a very wholesome future. I see here with the black and white horses and the fast movement in that direction. Like, I really see the truth of the scenario, the truth of the situation. This is what I want to do. It feels right to me and I'm full force with it. Okay. This is what you're stepping in, bringing in with you from the past. You're hopeful with the sun. You're giving it your best shot with the page of pentacles here. Okay. Great energy to have, but those unforeseen circumstances, maybe it won't turn out exactly like you had hoped. Maybe it's a little more stressful than you thought. You know what I mean? Maybe there's going to be some other thing that comes into your awareness that, wow, although this is cool, like maybe that would be cool too. I'm not sure which one's the better option for me. Sagittarius, I've got chills on this right now. You have a big heart, a big personality, and your spirit team is saying, don't waste it. Don't waste it. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. And I feel like you know this. Okay. So let's take a look at the end of the month. What kind of energies you'll be closing the month with? Wow. This doesn't surprise me. Check it out. Okay, so you have the Four of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, Four of Cups is about kind of receiving an offer that you're not really sure about. You're kind of unhappy, something that you're not sure you really want. Okay, and maybe that is whatever this is. Like, man, I'm sure it'll be great. And then you're like, oh crap, maybe it's not. Maybe this isn't exactly all I had hoped it would be. It's a lot of work. I'm trying really hard to catch on. I'm trying really hard to, take the next steps and stay on top of everything. But sometimes, boy, life can get us down. A lot of changes in a really short time period can make us feel overwhelmed. So I see at the end of the month, you've got this Four of Cups, slightly dissatisfied energy. It's like you're focused here on, I have to say this, the Four of Cups can be focusing on kind of the more bland or negative aspects of your life, a little bit stagnant. I'm not really happy with this. In fact, she can't even see this beautiful offering that's coming toward her because she's focused on what she doesn't have. She's focused on what she's dissatisfied with, the letdown of the circumstances that you may feel like you have. But I'll have you know, this came with the Two of Pentacles, which means, all right, I'm at the drawing board. Here's where I am, but here's where I want to be. Again, Pentacles. This could be location, different job, a whole other switch, something very tangible. You're trying to make it a reality because you realize, like, maybe I'm not quite 100% happy with this new big change that I've made. So I'm going to do my best to look on the bright side of things, especially when you receive this kind of a card. Your awareness now is key. I'm going to look on the bright side of things because you're manifesting from the energy that you sit in. So if you're not completely pleased with the energy that you're sitting in, you're making this real plan to decide to make more changes. Go big or go home. I can't stop saying that, Sagittarius. You're deciding to make even more changes to accommodate things in a way that are easier for you and create the life that you desire. Okay. So this is ending the month. Let's talk about what you're manifesting. That's an awesome card. Six of Wands. You are manifesting glory. You are manifesting success. You are manifesting the life that you desire. Okay. I feel like with this card, you're not afraid to be seen. Okay. Or maybe you can't help but be seen. Okay. Whatever this is, you have this magnetic energy. I see this with the sun here. Look, those are almost the same. You're standing in this hopefulness, happiness, openness to the universe, and you're manifesting success in your venture. You're manifesting growth. You're manifesting sustainable future in money and actions, feeling your integrity, and other people seeing that as well. Like, wow, look at Sag. She's freaking awesome, or he's amazing. That Sagittarius is someone I want to be around. Look at how much they're growing. Look at how successful they've become. People really enjoy your company. This person is on stage. Do you see this? Other people are watching and they're not shy. This Sag on this card is like, yes, finally, I've arrived. Here I am. I love this for you, Sag. You are manifesting this energy regardless of the circumstances that you're going through. I feel like, which may be a little bit not so great. Okay. So what is one thing that you may have forgotten? Three of Swords, tending to your own heart wounds, man. I feel like this is forgetting about all those hurts of the past, letting those people go who have wronged you. You've moved forward in a totally new direction, and that's very healthy for you. It's taking you great places. You have forgotten all this heartache and drama that you went through, and that's a positive frame to be in because you're manifesting something totally different from this. I just want to say here that it's okay to forget about negative aspects of your past, your history, as long as you're not incurring more of the same because of denial. Okay, I need to say that right now. This isn't like I'm in denial, I'm fine, everything's great. This is like I don't live like that anymore. I don't allow people like that in my life anymore. That's not even a part of who I am anymore, and that's freaking awesome. Just make sure that you have dealt with the shadow aspects of these emotions, lest they come rising up again in the future, or another life path option, another experience is presented to you in which it could trigger some of this if you haven't exactly had closure in these types of feelings yet. Those are heartstrings, heart wounds. I dare say it could be infidelity, man. People breaking your heart, people not quite valuing you. It could be grief, lost loved ones, many different things here. But I see that you're kind of not stuffing this information. And if you are, be aware, they have to be dealt with. We don't want to stuff our feelings, sidestep our feelings, pretend they don't exist, because they do. And they'll keep coming back to haunt us until we learn how to deal with it in a healthy way. But I see in this moment, you've made big moves, you've cut big ties, you're really focused on your future, your sustainable future, the life that you want to live, the places that you want to go, and you're manifesting greatness. I see this here, Sagittarius. Beautiful, beautiful card. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. I love it, Sag. All right. So what is one thing that can bring you down in the month of November for Sagittarius? Five of Swords. I can see here that this could be depression. All right. This could be gossip. This could be being in your head too much about. Now I know you've forgotten this. Sometimes we can't look at the mountains. Instead, we'll focus on the molehills. Okay. So maybe what can bring you down a little bit in your November is like these dissatisfactions. Like, oh man, I can't stand the weather here, or but boy, I wish I made more money, or I can't stand these people who want to meh, 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 gossip right in my ear, put a wall between me and others. And again, I say depression, anxiety, agoraphobia, lack of satisfaction and contentment with the conditions that you find yourself in. But Sagittarius, I see that this is motivation for you. Like, I don't want to feel like crap, man. I've done that before. I want to make big moves and big changes. And maybe this wasn't the change for me. Maybe it was. Take it as it resonates. You know your life. But I see that you want further development, further growth. And that's awesome. So this is something that can bring you down. Now, what can lift you up in the month of November? Seven of Swords. Not always a positive card, but I see this card and the message I'm getting on it here is speaking up for yourself, advocating for yourself and others. Okay, see that big old mouth there? I see that person not as starting shit, but some that might be kind of what it seems like. Okay, like always having to advocate for others at my job or in my home, and be the one to step up and say, hey, our order was wrong, or whatever this is. I see that these are things that can lift you up to be able to speak openly with people. And I must say this too, I see that this guy's sneaking around dropping some breadcrumbs there or whatever. I see this as a plan. um, and kind of a secret plan. Okay. So this is something that can lift you up in the month of November. You are dissatisfied with your circumstances, but you don't have to say that. You don't have to be like, this sucks. Why am I here? Thanks a lot. You don't have to say that. You can make a plan, a healthy plan, and you can be the best version of you where you're at, but you're making this plan to get here. And I have to say, I feel like this is a plan that you're not quite sharing with everyone because maybe they won't understand, or you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, whatever this is. I feel, Sagittarius, they're letting me know right now that you are not necessarily one to give everyone all the details of your heart's wishes and desires. Okay. And that is indicated here that you're making this plan all on your own. And when you're ready to divulge that to people, when it's all set, when you know exactly what you're going to do, is what they're telling me, then you'll feel more empowered to step into this manifestation. As it sits, though, it lifts you up to be able to at least think about and process this plan. And I see so many different cards here with the Chariot. You're coming in with the Chariot. You've made big changes. The Page, you're trying to juggle this new life. Two of Swords, other circumstances you didn't see that are bothering you. Again, what is bringing you down? These circumstances beyond your control, other people, personality clashes. Maybe you're living with a Debbie Downer. Maybe you're working with a Debbie Downer. Maybe you have people in your experience who don't carry the same vibration that you do. And you're like, oh my gosh, well, I can make a plan to move from here too, or get out of this situation as well, because you're making these big moves and healthy changes. And I see here that you understand that things are only temporary. You're going to be making your life the way you want it tangible, physical, in your reality. It's about making the plan to get there. I see that here for you, Sagittarius. Very good cards that you have, although you may feel frustrated. But you know that you recognize the frustration, and that is what is so beautiful, is you recognize, this isn't quite what I want it to be, so I'm gonna think about it and then actually make a plan and then take steps to change the circumstances that I'm sitting in. Now, what are you stepping into for the future? Major Arcana card number 11, the Justice. This could be actual legal actions. Okay. Maybe these unforeseen circumstances are things that you can't live with. All right. And you're like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. I have to divorce my husband or sell my home or file this paperwork or whatever it could be. Justice is about equality, fairness, balance. Okay. So you're stepping into a future that is your own to design. And I see that you yearn for that balance and fairness. I see in your outer environment, there might be a lot of negativity or lower vibe energy, and you are on the rise, and this feels stifling. Okay, so in the future you want something much more balanced, much more fair, justice to be served. And I have to say this, you don't want to have to be, maybe it makes you feel good to be able to stand up for people and be that advocate, but that's not the lifestyle that you want to maintain forever. You don't want to always have to be that person. You will be if you need to be for the situation, because you seem to be the strongest voice in the room, or the one who's willing to speak up for the group or whatever this is. But I can see that you don't necessarily want that in the long term. Okay, you'll do what needs to be done so that everyone can be peaceful, balanced, and happy. But in the long term, you really want that in your life at all. Okay, just peace, balance, happiness, no drama, and you're creating that. Like, I'm not satisfied, so I'm going to change some things. Beautiful, beautiful energy here. So what is your overall monthly theme for November? This is the Page of Cups. Learning new things about yourself, learning new ways of processing emotion. Now, again, I come back to, this could be depression, anxiety, agoraphobia, that kind of thing. Sometimes in this realm, this 3D dimension, we need medication or therapy or counseling or a support group, something like this. We're social creatures, and sometimes we're also physical beings here. We have a physical body. We live in the 3D dimension. Sometimes we need medical intervention to kind of help us get through some challenging times. So that is indicated here if it's something that you are willing to look into or you feel like you need to. Just checking in with those kinds of resources to help support you and work through the emotions that you have. Could even be these emotions. Okay. I'm not quite put together yet. I thought I knew everything about love, about life, about what I wanted. And now, like, things have been shaken up and I'm not quite sure who I am anymore. I'm not sure how I want to present myself to the world, especially on the emotional front. This could even be new love coming into your life. Okay. That could be the unforeseen circumstances. Holy smoke, Sagittarius. Let me say this right now. If you have new love coming into your life that is causing these kind of vibes and feelings within you, is this your stuff or them? Like, is this old stuff that's being pinged within you? Oh my gosh, I've been hurt before. Don't you dare hurt me. Well, have they given any indication that they're going to hurt you? I feel like you might be sneaking around with this person because people won't approve. Okay, maybe you'll end up wanting to move in with this person because you're not satisfied with your current circumstances. Take it as it resonates, Sagittarius. You are the owner of your life. You are the person who walks on your path and your journey, and you know what feels right to you. You're really in tune with your inner knowing. Marriage, I see that sometimes starting the month off, new happiness, hopefulness, and then kind of deciding, this is great, but I want more. Justice could be marriage. This is great, but I want more. Go big or go home. I see that you are doing that. You're going big. You're not going home. You're going big. I see that, Sag. So in the meanwhile, the monthly theme is about coming to terms with your emotions in a healthy way, learning to process your emotions in a much more healthy way, and work well with others. Okay. Because you don't want to be the tough, strong one all the time. You want to be vulnerable at times. And I feel like you're definitely manifesting that. You're manifesting healthy relationships, healthy co-creation, healthy partnerships, healthy lifestyle. Okay. But you have to learn how to do that because you're stepping out of whatever it is that you've been coming through. Right. And now you're learning to put it all together again in the way that you want it. Something else to consider, have to say this. I said there may be people in your environment that are bringing you down a touch. 5 of Wands. Maybe there are. Please pay attention to this. These things, Sagittarius, red flags and warning signs about what does not resonate with your energy, and it will continue unless, adjustments are made on both sides. It will continue to affect you in poorly. Okay, that's what they're saying. When you don't want to have to deal with the bullshit, like that's the stuff that you can stand to be cut out of your life. Okay, so when you don't want to have to deal with that, when it is dissatisfying for you, that is a neon sign flashing saying, get rid of this and you'll be a lot happier. Okay. So something else to consider, you might have some turbulence this month. You either work through it or you cut those things out of your life. Again, it just depends on how you feel about it. I know you're not a sneaky person. I know that you're only going to sneak around if that's what you feel is the right thing to do for now, but tangibly, you are attempting to move things forward to a different direction. Okay, Sagittarius. So be mindful of when personalities are clashing. I even see this as other people possibly being in competition with you. Okay. Oh, Sagittarius is so great. Well, no, they're not. No, they're not. In fact, I'm better. I'm going to be the one who talks. I'm going to be the one who gets the glory. I'm going to be the one who gets the person. Okay. Just take it as it resonates. You will know what feels familiar. Are these familiar triggers? Are these familiar wounds that are being reopened by someone in your present? Or is this within you? Okay, Sag, pay attention to any conflict within yourself. Those are areas in which could use more light, more love, more awareness. Now, your final guidance card here is the King of Wands, big, big actions, not being afraid. The King can always be a court card. If you're interested in a divine counterpart, like I've said, this could be someone totally like jumping on board with that. Like, hell yeah, it is my time to shine. But I do feel those go big or go home. I'm gonna have to say that. These are big, giant moves, and he's not going home. I mean, he can if he wants to, but he's not afraid to make these big moves in life. In fact, if you can see this, he has kind of these circles around his face. You can barely see it there. That reminds me of like radar, like boop, 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 boop. He's scanning his life for where it can be improved. He's scanning the environment with the next door that's going to be open for him because he's ready to walk right through that thing. This is you. Final guidance. When the door is open, walk through, Sagittarius. When the door is open for you, walk through, and you're going to be very grateful that you did. So last card at the bottom of the deck, in your heart and at your core, is Major Arcana card number 1, the Magician. Sagittarius, you are creating the life that you desire. You may have some ups and downs during this time, especially starting off with the Sun and ending up with the 4 of Cups. Like, I'm happy. No, I'm not. I thought this was the thing. Ah, crap, it's not the thing. And you have these headaches, letdowns, things that might feel like, crap, I thought this was supposed to be so much better than it was. You're manifesting greatness. The greatness that you're manifesting is yours to achieve. Okay, so at your heart and your core, your head is down. You've decided, be damned with the outside world, be damned with this competition, etc. I don't feel like you're in competition with anyone else, but others may see you shine and be in competition with you. Okay, they may want this beautiful limelight that you have or that you're stepping into. They may want this beautiful openness that draws people to you, but I see you in your heart really not caring what other people think, Sagittarius, focusing on the long term, focusing on the long-term plan, the long-term goal, what you want your life to look like. And this reminds me a lot of this overall theme, Page of Cups. In tarot, the water can be symbolizing emotions. Okay, the Magician is like, all right, I have a plan and I want to work it out in this way. I'm going to cultivate it, manifest it into my life the way that I want to. And he's dealing with emotions here. He's using them to his advantage here. He's deciding how to design a life and step into the life that he wants by not acting in those same old patterns or allowing that same old behavior into their experience, learning new ways, getting it all put together. I see these both as very similar cards. So your monthly theme is about shifting things around and stepping into your emotions in a much more mature way. And at your heart and in your core, you know what's important to you, and you're really focused on that. So make sure that you're processing your emotions and recognizing when things don't resonate with you anymore. I feel your kind heart, or when things don't turn out the way you thought they would, and you're let down. Like, I feel your kind heart, like, oh well, I'll still be there for that person, even if every time I have an interaction with them, they're freaking bring me down, or they drain me, or they vomit words all over me. I see this here sometimes. When we have challenges like that in our relationships, it's an opportunity for communication. If we feel like this relationship is worth saving, is worth working through, no one is a mind reader, okay? And they don't know if it rubs you the wrong way unless you say, hey, man, I don't care for this, okay? So sometimes we don't want to say that. Sometimes we just put our head down and go, oh, well, I guess I'll still stick around. Well, in this month, Sagittarius, you're not doing that any longer. You're like, no way, I'm making big moves. I see this isn't working. I feel that this doesn't feel right for me. I feel how soft your heart is, Sag. Do not uh, be the martyr, okay? Do not suffer in silence because for the benefit of other people, okay? Or the benefit of the doubt or whatever this is. Do not allow yourself to remain in situations that don't serve you because you feel an obligation, a responsibility to rise to this occasion on behalf of other people. Your life is your own and theirs is their own. They will get through it whatever way that they do. Your life is about you, and you're trying to put your life together in the way that you want it. Doing that is recognizing these pings of, man, this isn't working. Even if you feel sad about it, oh man, this isn't working, damn it, right? All right, well, I'm at the drawing board. What am I going to do now? I see this here. This isn't working. Looking on the bright side and saying, well, what will work for me? And I have to say this, your soft heart might be the reason why you're sneaking around these plans. All right. You don't want to hurt anybody, but when your plan's all solid and you know the next move, then it's time to speak up and say, look, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm going to have to be given my notice. I'm going to go ahead and leave, or we need to talk about this very clearly. We need to be on the same page because this isn't working for me. I can see how you might want to skirt around hurting someone else's feelings, okay? But that does not help you and it does not help them. Getting honest and being straightforward is really indicated here. Go big or go home, Sag, and you are not going home. You are going big, although this might not be the big thing for you. I'm feeling that here from your reading. You thought it might have been coming in with the Chariot. Hell yeah, the next big thing, I'm here. Oh, crap. This is not my next big thing. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this. So I'm going to continue planning, brainstorming, and taking whatever steps that I need to do to achieve this manifestation. Six of Wands, it's coming. It's on the horizon. Listen to your inner knowing. Take those steps and don't be afraid to be honest with people about what is not working for you in your life, okay? That is how they have a chance to reciprocate this or accommodate whatever it is. And be aware of the plan that you have, okay? Because you don't want to blindside anyone else either. Like, hey, by the way, I'm out of here. Peace. You don't want to do that and leave loose ends, rocky, connections, burn bridges, whatever. I know you don't. So just get on the level with folks. Like, hey, this isn't working for me and I really need to move along, but we're still friends. We're still whatever. I know you want peaceful resolution. I see big actions, big changes, and they might be spurred upon by personality conflicts. All right. So this is your reading for November, Sag. I thank you so much for waiting for this video. I know it's been a few days, but I appreciate you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube shows it to other Sagittarius watchers. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. My name is Heidi Corona, Spirit Speaks Psychic Medium Heidi. The one and only. I have links in your description box if you're interested in connecting with me on a deeper level or on another platform. Drop a comment and let me know how this reading resonated with you, Sagittarius. Until the next one, until the mid-month, I send you so much love and so much blessings. Thanks for tuning in, friends.